Hello and welcome to Nightcap with Ricky and Joy. This is Ricky Pucci, and I am your noble host with the hair and the decaf coffee, and I have the amazing Joy. I'm a real content creator, streamer, video extraordinaire, podcaster, Nickens. Hello, Miss Joy. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. Also add CEO owner to that title.
CEO, owner of Joy Infinity Enterprises.
LLC.
Limited. What's that? Limited.
A limited liability company, I think. Corporation?
Yes.
Company? One of those things. I think, yeah.
Woo! And oh my gosh, in the chat already, we have Mr. Chris and we also have Mr. Rodney. He was talking. Oh, look at this. I got hands up with Chris. All right. Our typical, hey, it's Rodney. And Rodney was saying that the countdown is cool.
Aw. Yeah, Ricky just threw that in there. I was like, oh, we got this countdown? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, StreamYard. You know what? The little StreamYard symbol. I'm all about the StreamYard symbol. This show was sponsored by StreamYard. The great service that allows us to do this for free in a super easy way. So,
big facts.
Exactly. Everything's working out perfectly okay. We're gonna have a tight show for you. Why do podcasters or why do they say it's a tight show? That just sounds uncomfortable.
I don't know. I don't know. I think you just assume that's another adjective for them to use to just cram everything in something. But I'm like, why? You already recorded it.
It's going to be tight.
It's going to be a tight show. I like things to be loose and chill, like no pressure. I don't like things to be a tight show. The only thing that should have been tight was me, and I'm not. So, I mean, I am now. But back then.
All right.
Letting it loose.
He says, Rodney is saying that the stream is immaculate today, so we're going to keep our fingers crossed, because Lord knows everything always changes on a dime. I was playing The Sims earlier today, so who knows? My computer could end up dying, as per usual. Let it loose! Yes, we will, Chris. So, I'm just going to do a little hype train. I'm not even going to let Miss Joy say anything about it. Miss Joy released her podcast. Miss Joy, I gotta fix my game. All right, that should be a little bit better.
Oh, yes.
All right. So, Miss Joy finally released her podcast.
Yes, I did.
The Infinity. Right? Is something about infinity? I don't know. I listened to it. The name is like Into the Infinity.
No, it's the Joy Infinity podcast.
Oh, I thought I was saying the title of the episode, right? Into the Infinity.
Oh, welcome to Infinity.
Welcome to Infinity, okay? And it was like freaking awesome, okay? So I'm going to, Joy, you gotta be quiet for a second. All right? So, because I'm doing a live review, if you haven't listened to Joy's podcast yet, I'm sure maybe some of you have. I really like the format. The format is like, you're role-playing, welcome to this world. Like, this world, this world of greatness. So that was really cool. And the fact that I love the way that you labeled each section to be game-themed. I enjoyed that. To Infinity and Beyond, absolutely. I'm sure Disney trademarked that, though. So don't use that as your sign-off.
I'm not. I didn't. I definitely didn't. I knew better than that.
But so that was enjoyable. Her first episode, she talks a lot about gaming. She talks about all that sort of stuff, and I thought it was fantastic, and I thought it was cool, especially knowing you as a young person, to understand a little bit more about your life. So I don't know. I thought it was fantastic. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. Oh my god. I can breathe. Like
how does it feel finally releasing, like, and especially because it was like, speaking of tight, it was a tight podcast. Like it was good.
Well, it was freeing to finally release it. It wouldn't have definitely been done without Bibby. And it wouldn't have been done without his name is Rich. He's a guy on Instagram, Twitter, all the things. He's under the name Rage Works because I had this podcast idea in my head for so long. I feel like I've told you, but not told you what it was. But I told you that I wanted to do this forever. I just didn't want to like say the idea, and then I was like, well, I gotta work on it. And Rich, I never met him before in my life, but he, during a podcasters assemble meeting, he said to me, Joy, you got to get out of that analysis paralysis. Like, if you're going to keep criticizing and you're going to keep editing and you're going to keep doing all this stuff and you're never going to let the shit go. Like,
yeah,
release the shit. Like, just literally record an episode.
Yeah.
Let it, edit it, release. And once you do, you'll feel so much better. And he gave me a deadline. He's like, and this was back in June or it was June. He was like, look, June, you have in a month, by July, you better have recorded an episode. Like, don't even edit it, just like literally record it. And I did 5.
Yeah.
And because of all that, and Bibby like literally helping me establish an outline, establish what I wanted to say and how am I going to say it. And then me coming up with the theme music. Like, I did that on GarageBand. That wasn't, that wasn't anything. That was me making up beats and then like recording myself saying the intro and then figuring out where am I going to get the noises from. Like, all that stuff was June and July.
Yeah.
And then August was editing. And then September I had that like annoying roadblock. And then I was like, oh my God, it's going to be October. I got to release this. Like, I really, really got, and then it was just like, all right, look.
Release the beast. Yep.
So I feel so much better now. Like, thank you so much for even listening. Thank you so much. Thank you. For real.
it was good. It held my attention. I love the topic that you tackled. As I said, listening to you talking about, about like permission to play games as a girl, which is funny because that's part of the reason that I was drawn to you, was because you were, first and foremost, most of my friends are girls, just typically, and then also the fact that you had common interests as me. Like, I could talk to you about Metal Gear Solid. I couldn't really, in high school, I couldn't talk to anybody about Metal Gear Solid, So we could talk about that, and then we could talk about the transformations, because we both also had that, like, the fascination with Japan,
Yes.
or Asian culture, So that's part of the reason why I was drawn to you. So the fact that people were saying X, Y, or Z, was a thing that, like, I heard people say it, but I never really thought that it had any merit, like, that I never realized to what extent it could do damage to a person. Like, it's like, oh yeah, girls. But like, I was like, of course, like in my head, I was like, well, of course, like, duh, like anybody can play anything. Like, my mom, I grew up with my mom playing freaking Dr. Mario, like my entire childhood. Like, that game was released in like 1989. I was born in 1989. All my memories growing up is like me holding a controller that wasn't plugged in, thinking that I was playing when my mom was playing. Like, that's how I grew up. My brother would get out of doing chores. He'd be like, Mom, you want to play a game together? And she'd be like, okay, we'll do a round. Like, that's legitimately my life. So, like, wow. I had no idea that there was, like, this big thing. Like, that it, like, to what extent it could mess with somebody's psyche. So, that was really cool.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and what I do want to say, like, it's not like I was, hope to anybody out there, I'm not like, it ruined me.
No.
But it's unfair, because it does ruin people for sure.
Yeah.
I'm blessed that I did have the chance to play video games, and no one really say that much to me.
Yeah.
But I do know it did bother me.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful for you. Because, I mean, me being the new girl in town, like, I didn't expect to really talk to anybody about stuff either. And for you to, like, I wasn't judging you, and we weren't, like, weeaboos about it. We weren't like,
No. We were just like,
Japan!
yeah, no. We were just like, oh, you like that thing? Or you know what I mean? Like it never consumed us. In fact, in high school, I would say we were pretty neutral about everything.
Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah.
like pretty chill. Yeah, no. Did you see that we got a shout out? Shout out to Ting. Shout out to Ting.
Yeah, shout out to my baby, my sweet baby Ting. She my baby. She literally helped. Like, and by the way, she's the one that did the art, like the cover for the podcast. So if that wasn't me, that was her. And to the point,
I got something in my tooth.
oh yeah. Even to the point, it's so crazy that my own job shouted me out for having a podcast. I was like, what? They're like, congratulations to Joy, she has a podcast. I was like, bitch, what? They posted it on their Instagram. I was like, oh my god,
that's so cool. That is so cool.
Yeah, so it's very interesting. Honestly, like at this point of my life, I'm helping this other girl with her podcast project. I'm editing for her right now, but all I want to fucking do is record more episodes.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to help her as quickly as I can, and then I want to like record more because the episodes I only did 10.
Okay.
Thus far, and we're on 5. Like the 5th one was released yesterday, so I got a couple more episodes, and then maybe like this winter break, and then maybe January 2021 I will have 10 more, and then I'll release them maybe 10 by 10. I'm not sure. I'm kind of going by the Michelle Obama outline, because Michelle Obama, she had a podcast, like she came out with a podcast called the Michelle Obama Podcast, and she came out with 10 episodes, and it was once a week.
Okay.
Mine was twice a week because I needed to get this bitch out. Like I needed to just, but I'm kind of following Michelle Obama's footsteps where I'm like, okay, well I have 10 and she's gone right now because I'm sure she's recording.
Yeah.
And then she'll probably release more episodes. So I'm doing kind of like the same thing she's doing right now. You know, they go low, we go high, bitch. We go high, bitch. So yeah.
Ooh, Nurse. Why do I always want to call
Nurse
her Nurse Joy because of freaking Pokemon. Like every single time I'm always like Nurse Joy.
You can.
Rodney wants to know, when are we going to Japan? I need to go back.
Bruh.
Kofefe.
When Kofefe is gone, literally. When Kofefe is out of office and when COVID-19 is over, that's when we'll go to Japan.
Kofefes.
When Kofefes are out of this, I mean, we was apparently overdue for a goddamn pandemic, but
we were.
We need to. I mean, I likes to live. I like to breathe air and shit. So I don't need to be hopping over to Japan right now. Not because I don't trust them, but I know them motherfuckers don't trust us. Like,
yes. And
I don't blame them. So, maybe in 2022. Maybe 222.
Ooh, also we got a Rick Brown as well as a dollar bill.
Ah, that's Rick and Troy. What's up? Hi. Oh, the Devil Rays.
Devil Rays stink so far tonight, as well as it's been a minute since I've catched the show.
Hi,
well, welcome.
Troy. And I feel like my grandma's also watching the Devil Rays too, because my grandma, shout out to my grandma, I love her so much. She's stuck in Costa Rica. Like, she's not stuck. She lives there. Yeah. But she's like, Joy, all I've been that's if you heard her talk. Joy, all I've been doing is watching sports. There's nothing on. It's just the COVID-19 and the sports. I watch the soccer. I watch baseball, and it's just the same old stuff on TV. I'm just like, Grandma, I'm sorry. America sucks.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
So I'm sure she's probably watching the game too. So shout out to, the Devil Rays. Oh God, I have a tear in my eye now. Crying. Ah.
We got a Kofeve alert. Kofeve alert. As of last week or 2 weeks ago, we had one case. As of 4 days later, we had 4 resident cases, 3 worker cases. As of the next day, it went up to 4 worker cases. As of Monday, an additional resident case and the same number of worker cases. We get swabbed every single week. As of right now, I'm still good. I'm actually really scared now. I love getting swabbed. It feels good in my nostril. The lady always asks me, like, oh, do you want to do it yourself? And I'm like, no. The reason I'm not going to swab everybody else, like, is like, I'm like, it feels very good, because I know if I swab myself, I will just be sticking shit up my nose.
Yeah.
It clears out my sinuses. So that is my Kofeve alert.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust myself sticking myself. Like, I need a helper. So, nah.
Oh my gosh. And Rodney says one of his best friends caught it 2 weeks ago, but he's negative now.
Wow. Oh man. I mean, thank God. Thank God he's negative now. Oh my God.
Yes.
Oof.
Yeah. And that's the thing that's scary is that like the numbers, like the viral load can go up and down. So like it could be like, yeah, no, I'm good. And that's why like when our residents, like when they continuously have like a positive, they keep on testing, and like they'll keep you there because like it might go down, but then it could spike again. So you don't want to release people into the general population until they're consistently not, in the we follow CDC guidelines. So, so yeah. So my heart goes out to your friends, and then the scary thing for anybody, in a situation where one person's going out and the other person works from home, is the fact that like Cupid is upset about the fact that I could bring it home, right?
Yes, that's the main thing.
Yeah, so like I could bring it home, but it's so funny though because like when we're out and about, like we went to like the Borders or something, and like when he was like in like the at the Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, I was like Borders don't exist, but I'm gonna keep going with the story.
Like he had like his mask down underneath his like on his like little neck section for like a second. Nobody was around us or anything, but I am like the opposite, like because I wear the mask all the time. Like I wear 2 masks and a visor. So like, and I wear the visor because of the fact that I don't wear glasses. So it's not necessarily because of droplets. It's because I don't want to touch my face, because we touch our faces like
a lot.
We touch our there was a movie, the movie not Contraction, it was like Contagion. There we go. Yeah, where like Kate Winslet's character is like, yeah, every hour the average human touches their face 17 times. So it's like, I'm like,
I mean, you just did.
Yeah, I did it. Like, did you ever did you see the clips of all the people having like the meetings, and they're like, yes, the CDC is saying that you shouldn't be touching your face, and like there's all the clips, or the lady is like reading the sheet and she's like
oh, what are you doing?
In the midst of a global pandemic. So that's my Kofeve alert. You wanna go into some TV time, some TV talk?
TV? Like TV?
Yes, television.
Yes, I would love to go into that. So Bibi and I was a dum-dum, and I will publicly say dum-dum because my Bibi was like Joy. Well, she said Bibi because we don't call each other by our names because that's weird. So Bibi was like Bibi. you need to watch this thing. It's called Kipo. And I was like, the fuck is a Kipo? And she's like, you need to watch it. It's so good. And I was like, okay, I'll watch it. And then I just blatantly ignored it. Not because I didn't care, but I just was like, there's so many things on Netflix I'm not watching. So one day I walked in the bedroom when she was watching it. I was like, what the hell is this? This shit look good. She's like, this is Kipo. And I was like, this got hip hop and black people in it. The fuck is this? She's like, I've been telling you, Joy, to watch Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beasts. And I'm like, yo, this shit is fire. Like, what kind of show? It's got black characters, black man, black boy, black girl, like Asian influence, like all sorts of stuff. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? And then she's like, yes, I've been telling you. And I'm like, okay, I gotta watch this. Like, can we watch this from the beginning? And she's like, oh, finally, now you want to watch the shit. So we binged it together. We binged season 1 and then we binged season 2. Season 1, I'm saying this because I watched season 1 and I was upset at the end. And then she's like, that's the end. And I was like, what? And she's like, of season 1. I was like, ah! And then she's like, season 2 is here. I'm like, ah! Like, it was a whole roller coaster. So then we watched season 2, obviously. So then I was just literally now waiting for season 3 to come out. And season 3 is the last. And it was released on October 12th. So on Sunday, we got to binge season this past weekend we got to binge season 3, and they wrapped up everything nicely. So if you all have never or have ever never watched Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beasts, I implore you, please watch it. It's incredible. And a lot of the lines, a lot of the things that they say, it's legit like amazing. And one of the things I'll say for season 3, one of my favorite lines, if not my favorite line of the whole show. There was a situation that was happening, and they had to rally people together, and they were like, it's so and so against humans. They're called mutes, so it's like animals against humans. So they were trying to be like, oh, what's something that humans are afraid of? And people started saying lines like, oh, humans are afraid of the dark, they're afraid of this. And someone said diversity, and I was like, ah! They were like, humans are afraid of diversity, and I was like, pause every fucking thing. I need to run that shit back. I want to have a clip of just that moment because it was so funny. Diversity. And I was like, yo, this shit is so real. Like, y'all need to stop. So, guys, please watch Kipo. If anything, I want to watch the shit again. Like, and I would love to cosplay as anybody from Kipo. And I want to own Kipo. Like, if there's a DVD box set, if there's a plushie, I'm in it. I want it. So, yeah, that was my big TV thing. And also by the fact we're watching Pushing Daisies. That's kind of like our thing. So,
I love that show. Eventually you need to watch Dead Like Me. Same Brian Fuller. Yeah, Brian Fuller.
Oh, okay.
Same creator.
Okay.
Ooh. Rick Brown says that he's been watching baseball and The Addams Family. And so my question for you is, The Addams Family, the television show? Or The Addams Family, the movie that was just released?
There was a movie that was released?
It was released last year. I'm going to talk about that later in movies.
Ooh.
For television, so I have some really... Ooh, and then Rodney's like, I have so much stuff. I have to watch so much stuff. Yeah, you know what? It's one of those things when you don't do it for a while, when you don't keep up with your shows, you really end up screwed.
I'm trying to keep all my shows to my braziers. Keeping the shows to my braziers. I saw the comment by Troy, so I was like, the braziers. Yeah. Keeping my shows near my braziers.
There we go.
The braziers. Yes. Totally.
And then Rodney says that he was watching the television show. Now, my question for you is: have you been watching that on Pluto TV? I love Pluto TV. I will shout out to Pluto TV until the cows come home. I Pluto TV. So they basically just get like really old shows. Like some of them are like black and white, like classic TV shows,
Hmm.
and they'll put it in like a lineup that's really kind of cool. And then also you can do shows on demand. So like that's how I watched like last time I was watching Scream Queens, like the reality show where they were looking for the next girl to star in a Saw movie, and they
Okay.
picked it out of like all these different girls were like trying out. So it was an acting reality show, which was kind of cool. They put them in scary situations. But Pluto TV, I just realized they've had it out for forever. I love showing them some like resonance. But
Hmm.
knowing that it was 2 weekends ago, I had Josephine sitting out on the couch and we were watching it together, and it reminded me of childhood. Me and Josephine were watching American Gladiators.
Wow.
Like from the 90s. It was fantastic. I was like, oh, I remembered this show. And like my favorite gladiator was there. Siren, she was the deaf one. And then like I looked it up online. I was like, I wonder where she's at now. She killed herself. I was like, that's
Oh God.
terrible. I'm
Oh.
like, so rest in peace, Siren, the deaf American gladiator. She was my favorite. Um,
Mm.
and like I read some stuff about her, about the fact that like when they did like when they would say ready set go, they would signal to her, which is why she was typically delayed.
Oh wow. Because you have to sign it. Like you have to be like, or whatever it is that you do.
Yeah, so they would like
Wow.
use lights and stuff. Oh, yep. And ooh, so wait, let's see. um Rick watches the Addams Family on television. It's after Young and Restless. I think that might be NBC. I think that might be Channel 4, maybe. I think it's Channel 4, NBC. And I think Rodney was saying that he didn't know that she killed herself.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Oh
But
God.
he did remember her. She was blonde and she was really tall and she was like really buff. Well, they're all really buff. And then that's what actually when Joy when me and Joy connected onto this, I had American Gladiators 2008 on in the background. I
Oh.
like having background shows on, like stuff that you don't necessarily need to watch, like stuff that you could be like, oh wow, that person just fell. I'm gonna continue playing The Sims or doing like whatever, I'm gonna play Animal Crossings. Um, so yeah, so I don't have like exciting TV news, but
Okay.
I do have some bad news, and that is my Glow got canceled.
Yeah,
Glow season
I
4 was supposed to come out.
but I thought it was canceled because of the COVID pandemic thing. But I thought it was just like we're canceling it happening, but we're still gonna do it eventually. Wow.
Yeah, they were slated for one last season, but because
Mm.
of COVID, they were like, let's like it's fine. So I think our last hope for fans of the show Glow is if they get enough signatures, they might do a like if like we push for it. Netflix hopefully would be able to do like a made for TV movie, like a 90-minute wrap up of the way. I don't know. It sucks.
Hold on.
We're
Wait.
supposed.
Hold on. I have to pee. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Okay, Rick's saying that it's channel 192 for him. Miss, Mr. Rick, Mr. Rodney, shout out to everybody. You guys are awesome. Um, I don't know what I want to be for Halloween that would be appropriate for work, but I would love to dress up as Buffalo Bill. To get like a like a nude unitard and like get like a nice shawl, but I don't, and like do my lips up and dance around. I think that would be fun, but I don't think I could wear that to a nursing home. But I was thinking about either doing that, or I was like, oh, I could get one of the Hannibal masks since I always wear a mask anyway because of Kofefe. Halloween's coming up. I don't really know. Miss Josephine is over here. She's enjoying herself. Channel 192. I don't get that many channels. I don't get that many channels at all. In fact, the only channels that I get are like ones that I can like take my parents' passwords for.
Wow, what an interesting thing to walk right into.
Oh yeah, I was talking about the fact that I don't have channels. Like I kind of just like use the password and I get like Bravo. Oh, Rick, you're being the Invisible Man for Halloween.
Wait, what? What? Wow.
Oh no, because I was talking about how I would love to dress up as Buffalo Bill for Halloween.
Oh God.
Rodney,
Oh.
yes, Silence of the Lambs, Buffalo Bill. I want to get a nude unitard and get like a shawl and like tease out my hair and put the pink lipstick on, and that way I can just say to my residents like, you gotta rub the lotion on the skin. It needs to rub the lotion on the skin.
Can we talk about your hair real quick? Because I love how it's just like blonde in certain parts now. Like Buffalo Bill scares me, but yes, I love your hair, and that would be very interesting to see you as Buffalo Bill. Look, there's pretty Princess Queen Joe.
Queen Joe, who knows how to open the screen all by herself and was outside.
I saw that. That scared me. Because she could just leave now.
So now I have a drumstick that wedges it. That way it's closed. So,
Mm-hmm.
oh, look at her. She's enjoying life. She's like, this is my show.
Oh my.
She's such a little bitch.
Just hamming it up, this one.
Yes. So I would love to be Buffalo Bill. I think it would be funny. I wouldn't be allowed to, but who knows? Maybe I'll get a Hannibal mask since I can put the Hannibal mask over my regular mask.
Oh my God. Oh God.
Oh, Mr. Rodney's saying hi, Kitty Josephine. Hello, Josephine.
She looks so nice and soft and like velvet and shit. I love it.
Yes. It's
She's
funny.
got a great fur.
Cupid was saying, like, we should have named her Blueberry.
Aw, Blueberry.
Right. I was going to say either that or he was like, how about Lady Grey? He was like, I would have named her Earl Grey if she was a boy.
God damn it.
But yes, there are some cats outside that are literally, they look like Josephine. And I always freak out when I see them.
And she doesn't have a collar. She doesn't have anything else on, does she?
Josephine? No, she has the chip.
Oh, okay, that makes okay.
Yeah, so I was gonna say now when you get like your pets like fixed, they'll like automatically chip, I think.
Oh wow. Oh. Wow.
Well, okay, bye.
Oh, I can talk about that real quick. Actually, sort of, kind of. I spoke to my mom for 4 hours because that was very.
I just made a face.
Yeah, no, because it was not normal. Like I never thought I would ever talk to my mother for 4 hours on the phone, but I did. And before we left, she said that she wants a dog again, and I was like, "Are you for real?" And she's like, "Yeah, I think it's time." And I was like, "Ah!" Like I'm happy. I'm sad, but I'm happy.
Yeah.
So she was saying like, "Oh yeah." So if she does get a dog, I mean, I don't know. Like you just said, clearly my mom is gonna clip that bitch. Like she has no time for any dog being on her period and has no time for babies. So if she does get it chipped, at this point, I don't live with them, so it would be I would be sad. But they're trying to like get my brother out right now. So yeah, it's a whole thing. So I'm hoping that like they can move. But again, they were in the process of doing that, but then COVID happened. So then everything got shut down. But I'm like, okay, if you guys get a dog again, it has to literally just be my mom and my dad with the dog. Yeah. And not my brother, because my brother's a terror. So shout out to my mom for wanting to have a dog again. And I miss her. I miss Nala. Oh, speaking of Nala, actually, I'll show you.
Are you going to show off your merch?
This is something that Bibi did. for the not even for the merch, but I want to have it on as merch. So Ronnie, you're getting a sneak peek because like literally no one else has seen this. But it's this.
Ah!
She looks like it's literally Nala, but it's with the Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo.
Oh, I love it so much. I think it's perfect. I want to wear it like I love this so much. I don't think I can. If anything, I want to give this to my mom. Like I would love to have like a piece of merch or something with this on it, maybe a hoodie. I don't know. But or maybe I would just have them have it in the house. I don't know. But I just really love this. And I didn't tell baby to like I don't tell baby to do nothing. But baby just like surprised me one day and like had this available like on iPad and I was like oh my god, I love it! Like this is so great. So shout out to Bibi for being talented as fuck. Like I don't deserve. Like I don't deserve. But I thank God for her. Like I thank God for her. So
she is a talent, and Mr. Ronnie says, "Wow, it's so good." And
yes.
Rick says, "Everyone needs a dog."
Like I mean, and I will put cats in there too. Like before I had a dog, I did have I had kittens briefly, okay. But very briefly because my dad was allergic.
Okay.
So we couldn't keep them. But I prefer cats that act like dogs. But if not, then dogs all the way.
Dogs, yeah.
Dogs all the way. Like I'm a dog.
They're too needy for me. They are too needy for me.
And they're just needy for me.
Yeah, I'm like, no, stop. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much of a need they were. Like every dog is different, but
yeah.
I think what I did not intend was the love for the dog.
Yeah. Because
I've grown up with tons of people having dogs. Like I could never be that close with other people's dogs because clearly they're not mine. Yeah. But to have a dog and to literally have it every day, you see it every day and it loves you every day, like the same way. Yeah. Like that. I mean, obviously, besides my own parents' love, Nala probably told me every day of her life that she loved me, like even when I wasn't there.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that would be a love that I would experience in my life until it was gone.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I knew it before she was gone, but then I knew it even more and felt it more when she was on her way out. And then when she died, I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to have that again. Like, I mean, unless I get another dog.
Not that exact way.
Not exact. Yeah. So
you'll have it, but not.
Yeah, and I felt bad because I'm like, well, clearly, obviously, I love my parents and I love Bibi, but there's something different about a pet love that I just never experienced before. Is she licking her pussy? Is this pussy licking her pussy? What this girl doing? You just gonna do that right now on live camera, on live TV? You just licking your what? Are you licking your thighs now? What is? Girl?
Yeah, this is onlypets.com.
You just going to town.
Yeah, she keeps her inner thighs clean.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry. You were having like the most heartwarming thing and that was going on the side. I was like,
she's just like,
like you're talking about your infinite love of your pet and like my cat's just like,
I don't give a like, okay, damn, Josephine, shit. I get it.
Yeah, you're never, like, it's never going to be the exact same way.
No, not like that. I mean, Nala has done that to me, but I don't kiss her in the mouth after she licked her vagina and then.
Oh yeah, no.
Like no, don't lick me, bitch.
She's not a licker like that. I'm really happy she is not a super licky cat. So like it's not like she's like, ooh, like, no, she does not lick me. We got some really cool comments on here about animals. Yeah. So Ronnie says he would like to have a dog or a cat, but he's not paying the pet deposit with his apartment complex. And that is the thing that I think is absolutely ridiculous, especially when people can have like 2, 3, 4 kids in an apartment, and like they can destroy an apartment just as much as an animal.
Yes. Or
Okay,
worse.
or worse. So yes, when I was in Ocean Grove, they wanted an additional $100 a month to have a pet. I was like, I was like, I walk around the house and I'm like, Josephine, you need to get a job. Like I don't have
Yes.
to pay extra for her, but I'm like, you take up space, you got to work. Like, the free ride is over. You're not a kitten anymore. You get out, get a job. Um, and
This is why
then
people don't tell people that they have pets, because it's literally like extra money for some bullshit. Like, nah.
especially because of the deposit. Like because of the deposit, who freaking cares? Rick says that his dog takes care of him, and that he's been near him, or he or she. There's no gender, so it's been
It says
near
he.
Rick since he left the hospital last year, and that's so amazing.
Mine says he's been near. He's been
Oh,
near me.
oh, oh, never mind. It's boy dog. Then he says that it's like he knows, and that's the crazy thing about animals is that they're very intuitive. Like
Yeah.
whenever like see, whenever Cupid cries because like if he ever cries about something,
Mm.
like the cat goes up to him and like she could care less about anything, and like
Hmm.
it's like she's like that's crying. I need to go over there. I need to make the other one feel good. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. Heck yeah. And Rodney says that Josephine had good timing because Joy might have started crying. And
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you let me talk for another like 5 minutes on that, I probably would have cried. Rodney knows me so well. Like it's not even scary. It's just literally I'm so transparent. You can and you've witnessed it happen, guys. So it's not even like, oh joy. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I miss her. And like there's fucking gnats.
mm,
Oh, annoying. Like there's so many gnats around here. What the fuck? Ah,
oh,
go
I was
away.
gonna say
Anyway,
especially because it's October. Like everything should be calming down now, but it seems like the weather is still warm and like it's like cool, but it's like muggy sometimes. Like I don't know.
it's the
I don't.
plants. They're plants over here.
Mm,
Baby's
that's
she's a botanist.
she's a plant mama.
She's a plant mama, and there's gnats. And then she did obviously she said sorry. Like she's clearly I'm not like
No, no.
but
You
yeah,
know what? When our oxygen is depleted, you're gonna be happy that you have 5,000 plants in your room. Okay, it's
exactly.
gonna be
That's
the one
why
place you don't need the mask.
I'm not mad because I do appreciate the plants, and she does put time and effort into planting them and everything. It's just like when they're all up in my face, I'm just like, you have all this house to explore, and you want to be all up in my face. Why? Anyway, but yeah, man, I'm very happy for pets, and I can't wait for baby and I. I mean, I say we. She has 2 turtles, but I'm the one feeding them now in the day. So they come to me and they're just like they come to me and they look at me for food. So I can't wait for us to have like a dog or something. And
Like
yeah,
uh, as a book put it, I want a big animal. I want a big pet, one that when it dies, I don't bury it with forgetfulness. I read that once and I was
yeah,
like, that's so good, right? Because like when you have, which is to not say that you don't love it. It's just like, yeah, you end up burying it in forgetfulness, which is like weird, but it seems like universal, like when you have, I don't know. Rodney says, get a jar, fill it with apple cider vinegar with a drop of dishwashing detergent. Put a lid with holes in it and watch the gnats die.
I think I'm gonna have her ask to do that again because I did buy a gnat trap, like the thing, the what's it called, like a wall. like a glue wall or whatever, and they're supposed to be sticking over there, and they're over here in this area, all over the house. I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, I'm gonna see if we can do that again because we do have gnat traps. It's just they're not trapping.
They're not, yeah.
It's annoying. Oh, excuse me.
Rick says it's the same as people.
Oh, so annoying. Oh my god, they're annoying.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And then what kind of dog do I want?
Yes, what kind of dog do you want, Joy?
If I'm being picky, I would love a Welsh Corgi, or Shiba Inu, or a pit bull, like a Rottweiler pit bull, you know, like Nala. Like I would, but honestly, any cute dog, any dog that's like adorable and loves me no matter what, like I'm down with that. But I just don't want no, I don't want no little shit. I don't want no Chihuahua. I don't want none of that. I do love mutts. I love mutts. And again, anything that's medium sized,
Okay.
I'm down with that. But specifically, like I said, Welsh Corgi or Shiba Inu or a Rottweiler, pit bull, mutt, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Corgi, just, you know what? Just chop it off at the torso. Just get the corgi butt. You know, that's the only part you really need.
That butt.
I had a corgi for 6 or 7 years, 8 years. Yeah, we had to put it down. They are very aggressive dogs, like very aggressive.
Really? Oh God.
Yeah, that's the reason why the Queen of England really liked corgis, because they didn't treat her like the queen.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like Dexter would like run around and hurt us, but he got to the point where he was like biting, and it's not like, oh wow, like he doesn't have. My big thing about like talking about dogs to kids, like when like a dog nips at you, I would say like they'd be like, Sophie, my parents' dog now, Sophie bit us, and like I would just be like, well, Sophie doesn't have hands, like that's how she gets your attention, is she gives you like a little. And there's a difference between like the dog bit me and like, oh, the dog's trying to get your attention, you know. So finally, the second oldest, one of the kids was like, Dexter, or not Dexter, Sophie bit me, and all of a sudden he was like, well, she doesn't have hands.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I mean, she got paws though. Like dogs have paws.
But like, you know what I mean? Like some dogs are paw-y, you know what I mean? Like they'll like bat at you, but like some dogs are like legitimately like you know what I'm talking about, with like a playful bite where like they are not sinking anything into you. They're just like
yeah, Nala was a paw person, like a paw person. Jesus Christ, Nala was a paw dog where she was just like, hey, look at me. Or she just like, oh, like she was. I'm sure she was black. Like I'm pretty sure she was a black woman if she wasn't a dog, because she knew how to get your fucking attention. There was no confusing signs when Nala was like, I want this. And she was bougie, because even when she peed, I saw her, but she would never let me watch her poop. She was like, why are you here? You need to go. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
Did she do the thing where she looked at you like this?
Yes. She'd be like, I peed. And then she would like walk around and like kind of be like, okay, I gotta go. You're still here. I'm like, oh, my bad. Oh, I gotta go. I'll go in the house. I had to fit. I couldn't step like 5 feet away from her and turn around. I had to go in the house.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nala. Oh, that's the kind of dogs that Bibi wants. Husky. Bibi likes huskies.
A big dog.
She's into that. Yeah.
Yeah. Rodney with the huskies. Australian Shepherd. Corgi. And Rick says that the dog kisses are the best.
Yes, I would like Nala. I would never. I mean, she's licked me front, like I was like, gross, and like I would be like allergic to it. I just like the doggy side lips. The side lips are everything for me. Like, the little, yeah, the little, like I just be like, I just get the kisses, and she's just like, I'm just like, kisses, and then I just do that with Nala. I do that with Bibi now. I'm just like, I just want to give you kisses, and she's like,
I literally just imagined that. That's fantastic.
Yep.
Oh.
This is how I know how to give love.
Oh my gosh. I I just stuttered like majorly. The reason why I asked Rick about if he watched the movie or the television show is because a couple of nights ago, 2 nights ago, me and Cupid watched the animated movie for the Addams Family. It was really cute.
Wow.
It was really cute and really funny. It was a cute little thing. If you have a Hulu subscription, you could watch it for free. It's funny. Like Cupid's literally the reason why we watch a ton of stuff. So he'll be like, because like I'll be so judgmental about something. I'll be like, I don't want to watch that, and he's like, well, I'm putting it on. So then we put it. So he just like puts it on, and sometimes I'll be like, why are you putting that? And then like I'll watch it, and I'll be like, oh, that was good, or like, oh, I didn't mind that. Like, you know how there's always like a good cop, bad cop? I'm always like that person that's like, why are we doing this? Like I'm.
I think I might be that, depending if it's obviously if it's not something that I want to watch. Yeah. I am skeptical. Like, what is this? Case in point, but not really case in point, because I actually wanted to watch this.
Yeah.
Vivi was watching The Croods or Dawn of the Croods on Netflix.
Okay.
And I've never heard of that. Like, I didn't know what that was about. No idea. It's also done by DreamWorks, which does Kipo. So The Croods was a movie that came out in like 2013 about cave people, like cavemen. Yeah. But it's a kid movie where they're doing stuff. And I was just like, I never heard of that shit. I was graduating college in 2013, so I never heard of it. But she watched the show about it. And then she's like, there's a movie. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'd watch that with you. And she's like, really? And I was like, yeah, like, it's on Netflix. So we watched it. And I thought it was going to be such a kiddie movie, but it reminded me of like Ice Age. Oh, okay, maybe it'll be Ice Age or some shit. Yeah. No, this shit was deep. Like this kid movie was deep as fuck. And I was like, oh my God, to the point where I was getting stressed about fucking Pangea. Like the cave, and you know who was the fucking Nicolas Cage was the caveman daddy, and he was commanding his daughter, which was Emma Stone. Emma Stone was the main girl, like the daughter. Her name was Eep, and she was the one that was like trying to get away from being like an idiot cave person. And I was like, wow, this is so deep. So shout out to The Croods, because I mean, it was like an hour and 45 minutes, and shit was like they had to escape, because you know how the like Pangea was breaking, and it's like, the world shapes the continents and stuff.
Yeah, they were shifting out.
Yeah, they were running away from that, and it was like their journey to get away from the shifting, and they kept following them, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad I wasn't alive back then. Jesus Christ.
So, you'd just be stressing out. You'd be like, what's going on?
Oh yeah. And the way, and I don't want to give it away, but like the dad was basically like, be afraid of everything, because everything will kill you. And I'm like, that's no way to live. And that's what the daughter was saying. She was like, well, Dad, I can't just like be hiding my whole life. Like if we were hiding in the cave during all this, we would have died. Like literally rocks were falling. We ain't got no home. We gotta move. Like it was just really good. So if you guys have never seen The Croods on Netflix, Croods, like it was really good. So shout out to Bibi again, being the dope boss bitch that she is. She's not a bitch, but like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, she's a boss lady.
She's a boss lady.
Boss human.
Yes, she's a boss human.
And Rick says that he can honestly say he's never watched Netflix. I was going to say, but you got 190 something channels, so you don't need it.
Yeah, because that's basically what Netflix is. It's just you pay for it, and then you forget it exists for a while.
Ooh, or Rick, for free, go to Pluto TV.
Yeah.
Pluto.tv. It's really good. It's really good. They got on demand and they also got all the lineups. I love Pluto TV. I use it all the time. It's fantastic. As well as our sponsor today, which was StreamYard. They don't know they've sponsored us, but they have. Today's stream has been brought to you by StreamYard.
I'm matching the duck.
All right, I'm going to get rid of our movies banner. And unfortunately, it is that time.
Fuck the bell.
Fuck the bell. I don't know. I always get mad when I hear people say, like, make sure to click the bell icon if you want to see live updates. Which, I guess because, like, we do live stuff. Like, we actually could use the bell. But, no, just, like, I'll tag you on Twitter. My Twitter handle is chockfulofmoxie at Twitter. This is the amazing Joy. All of her stuff is the same. All of her stuff is the same. She has Joy Infinity on like PlayStation Joy Infinity, Twitter Joy Infinity. Her YouTube is Joy Infinity. Her Twitch is Joy Infinity. Her Discord is some long ass thing that we can't remember, but she'll send it to you if you ask her for it on Twitch, YouTube, all of the stuff. And
yeah. Oh wait, can I tell you real quick? Because
yes,
as a CEO owner of Joy Infinity LLC, a bitch needs a website, right? Come to find out, someone has joyinfinity.com. Like someone bought it or whatever. I can't get access to it, so I took a screenshot. Like, because I went on GoDaddy.com to like get it, and they were like, "No, it's unavailable." And I have to like, I'm purposely waiting until it expires, which is next month.
I think somebody actually might have seen the like. Do you know what I mean? I think somebody might have like, boom, like snapped it.
Yeah, and I'm hoping it's not me from the past, but I feel like because I'm like, I don't think I bought it. I don't think I bought any. I wouldn't have bought it, but someone out there saw me and they bought it a year ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck was I doing a year ago in which you would buy joyinfinity.com? Like, I don't know. Wow, was that Josephine?
Yeah, she likes to throw stuff down the stairs. Especially at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
She threw a tea tin down the stairs.
She's a mess.
Yeah. No.
So yeah, I'm waiting for whoever this asshole is that bought joyinfinity.com November 13th, 2019. I'm gonna buy it back. Like, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. Like,
I was working, I was consistently streaming, but I wasn't doing anything like this.
Yeah, no. I was like, even if it was, I could even see a couple years back when you were doing the reactions. Like, I could have seen somebody hitting it up then. You know what I mean? Because like then you're like, ooh.
I mean, I'm grateful in a way that I'm not using it right now. Like, yeah. I don't, because I would have been like, if I was really steamballing, of course I'd be like, oh well, I clearly want to pay someone to get my shit. But now I'm like, I don't really need the website that bad, but no. I would like to have joyinfinity.com as a thing. And
yeah.
The one time I go to fucking search for it and it's like, oh no, someone already owns that. I'm like, really? Who did that? Like, who does that? Whatever. Anyway.
Unless you do like something cool, like enter Joy Infinity. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then but I don't even want to do that. Like, yeah. I want it to be, what's your website? Joyinfinity.com. Like, people already misspell my name. They already misspell Joy Infinity. They put the I in there and all the other shit. If it has to be consistent on everything. So yeah. I'm like, and I'm only saying that now because there is a girl, another streamer, and her name is xmiramira, and I went xmiramira.com. Bam, that's a website.
Yeah,
you might as well just do that. So I don't want to be like enter joyinfinity.com, or that sounds like kind of pornish. Like, I don't want to do enter joyinfinity.co, joyinfinity.net, joyinfinity.org. Like, no, joyinfinity.com. That's literally how we use everything else. So yeah. I'm just gonna wait. I'm good.
Yeah,
wait to
well,
November.
especially just websites. All in all, like nobody really uses them anymore. Honestly,
Yeah,
nobody
basically,
uses
yeah.
them. But if anything, like it would be good for you to just like have like
Have all my shit on there.
legitimately a spot that way. It could be like, here's the link to my Twitch. Here's the link to my YouTube. Here's the link, or even just automatically like you go to joyinfinity.com and then boom, your Twitch just pops up. Like having it
Yeah,
automatically linked to your Twitch, which would be handy.
yeah.
That way you
That's
can
what
tell.
I was gonna say. That's why I have my link tree for, like link
Hmm.
tree, link dot tree dot whatever the
Yeah,
hell. Like that's what I put as my actual website. But
yeah,
yeah, the same thing. Like you said, I don't really. That's probably the main reation why I didn't want to get a website in the first place. I'm like, who the fuck is using websites?
yeah.
But now that I'm an LLC, I'm like, I probably should have a
You
website now.
do. Yeah, you need
So,
visibility that way. Well,
yep.
just be happy that your desired name has a few letters in it, because I gotta be chock full of Moxie. I gotta be chock full O Moxie. I gotta be on Nintendo. I gotta be Mr. Moxie. Like
No.
it's so I like that's why like I'm like I have no consistency whatsoever because of the fact that the stupid letters. Urgh.
And you're right, Rodney. Another place to store my podcast episodes, which I want to do. And yeah, that you gotta fix that, bro. Like, do you want to be chock full of Moxie? Like, for real, for real? Like, are you thinking about another name? Because it's never too late to change your name.
I love chock full of Moxie. I've been chock full of Moxie for a long period of time. Aim wise.
Mm.
I'm sure Mr. Moxie is already taken, so I don't. I. You know what? Okay, little side tangent, which I think you can also agree to because of Joy Infinity. The thing about it is that the internet used to be fun, okay? And so then we went to a place with all the Facebook where everybody was just their legitimate name. And because of that, and I think with gamer culture, it's gone back. It's going a little bit full circle again, where they like having some anonymity with their life, as far as like, okay, like, yes, you guys know what my name is, but you refer to me by my preferred name, which is my username. Like a lot of people refer to themselves via username.
Yeah.
Even though it's not like they're like hiding, like it's not true anonymity.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I don't know. I like Moxie. I like Mr. Moxie. I love chock full of Moxie because it also is like chock full of nuts, which is a coffee brand. But yeah, the amount of words or the amount of letters really sucks because I that consistency thing, I can't do it. Like
Yeah.
on like every single level, I'm like, or yeah, it's just
No, I feel you, because honestly, when I was coming up with my name in 2013, like, which actually it's the anniversary is going to be in 5 days. Like when I first made Joy Infinity into anything for the first time ever was in 5 days. It At first I spelt my name Joy Infin, because clearly I love English and I know how to spell shit. I'm not
yeah,
stupid.
yeah,
But someone already had that name
yeah,
and they were Asian. And I was like, nah. So I just figured if I took the I out between the Y and the N, it would make sort of sense. It looks like it's misspelled, but like I get it. And then I made it where the same amount of letters in fit, like after N infinity, is my actual name. Like
yeah,
those are the same letters of my actual last name. So it made sense. And then if you didn't want to say Joy Infinity altogether, Joy Infinity, that's 5 syllables,
yeah.
which 5 is my favorite number. You could just call me Joy for short, which in turn is my real fucking name.
It's your real name, yeah.
Like, so literally, people can just call me Joy. Like, I'm not hiding. So I do agree with you where,
Yeah.
yeah, I love when people are like, oh, it's Joy Infinity. And I'm like, but I'm like, you can just call me Joy.
Yeah.
Like, it just works. So I knew from back then in 2013, I'm like, well, I can't go and say, there's no reason for me to make up some other fucking name.
Yeah.
My name is Joy. Like, what more do you need? It's simple.
I was
Stop
gonna
making
say,
it.
you got a cool ass name.
Yeah, stop making it so complicated. Like, and there's tons of Joys all over the world. There's tons of Joys. Joy with the I, Joy with the Y, Joy with the IE. Like, you're Joy. Stop trying to not be Joy. Just be Joy. You're fine. So yeah,
Yes.
it worked out. Thank you.
All
Heartwarming
right.
story. Oh my god. Fuck, I have to remember I have to post about that shit too. Ooh.
You got to do what?
I have to make a post about that. Like
yes,
I'm gonna
yes.
I'll probably
Yes.
I'm drafting damn Josephine, the fuck?
She's got the zoomies right now.
Jesus Christ. Okay, Josephine. Shit.
Yeah, she's got zoomies. She does that.
I'm gonna make a draft on that, what I just did. Oh my god. I didn't realize. I mean, I realized it, but like I didn't really realize it until later. So that's, I'm just like, oh my god, I should probably do something about that. I should probably post something about that.
Yes, yes. Do a celebration. You only create the name of your LLC once.
Big facts. I'm gonna do that.
Ricky, you could do chock full of poochie.
Chocolate. You could. You actually could.
It's too many letters. It's too many letters.
Oh, chock full of poochie. Well, this one's cute. I might do that. Maybe.
Yeah, it's too many letters. I would love to.
Chock full of poochie.
Chock full of poochie.
I mean, you know, it's actually kind of cool. I was thinking earlier this morning. I actually was thinking about like us at our high school reunion. Like you know, last year. I was thinking about our high school, like us going to our high school reunion. Wet ass poochie, yes. A bucket and a mop for this wet ass poochie. Ah! Yeah, I like it.
But the only problem is that in 6 months from now, that's not going to be relevant.
It's gonna be like, why is that your name?
Like, yeah, it's going to be like, okay, I got to change it again.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I love it. I still love it though. Like I really do love that. Wet ass poochie. Wet ass poochie. I love that so much. Oh god. But I was thinking about our high school reunion, and it probably sounds so weird, but I'm like, I probably looked extra gay. Like when I arrived there, I feel like, did I look extra gay? Like was I throwing out like uber gay vibes, that I was like in a suit and I had like this tall ass hair and I'm like in boots and I'm just, was that weird or was that okay?
No. It was like you were just like, you know, you were serving that, you know, Janelle, you know, Monet, you know, like androgynous sort of vibe, which sometimes,
okay.
which
I wanted,
I was gonna say at that time, like that's like you at that time you enjoyed getting making yourself up, like you kind of like the spectacle at that time.
I did.
which is a-okay, you know, like we all, you know, that's the cool thing about life is that it's flowing, you know, it's ever changing, you know, like we're not the same person. Like we aren't the same people that we were when, you know, when I set up Chockfull Moxie, or when you set up, you know, Joy Infinity, or, you know, when we even started this this web show, you know, like we're not, and that's the really cool thing about life, you know.
Yeah.
Is
we're
that
definitely
really,
not.
it's ever changing, but unfortunately, I gotta get going.
We gotta go, which is fine.
Yeah. I gotta make sure I drink lots of water, and I'm doing all the stuff to be proactive. Halloween is gonna be coming, so I'm gonna wish you guys a happy Halloween. Our next episode is going to be like November something.
What? Oh,
I know. Can you believe it?
Damn, you're right.
Our next episode is going to be November 3rd.
I was like, bro, there's two more weeks in October.
Isn't that an election day?
Yes, it is. It actually is.
Oh my god.
Do you want to like stay up for that? Or, I mean, I'm going to be kind of like looking, assuming that so-and-so somebody wins, but I don't know if they're going to win. We'll see.
I was gonna say, how about we do November 2nd?
The
Just
day
because
before.
we're so for the first time ever, we're gonna be doing Nightcap on a Monday, and the reason why is because everybody's gonna be talking about a lot of stuff. You guys are gonna be watching like we're gonna be watching like real news, like we're gonna be like paying attention to real news. So
But I stream on Monday.
okay, never mind.
I stream at 9.
Never mind.
Uh,
We'll
uh,
just do even. We'll just do even that month.
even.
Yeah, November will be our even month.
So we'll do what is that?
The 10th and the 24th. I was gonna say Rodney. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Could
Okay.
you just imagine if we got trolls?
Oh God, that would like the even day. Yeah, like I also don't mind it being on election day. I would love to I would rather talk to you than like
Then be
be
paying attention.
freaked out.
Oh,
Yes.
then we can do it during election day.
I would rather do that and be distracted versus like
Because also it's gonna be so up in the air because of all the mail-in ballots. Like there's like
mm.
I feel like nothing's gonna be accomplished that day. Nothing is going to be accomplished. I don't think.
And I fully plan on driving back to my house to vote. Like I'm gonna but I'm gonna try to see, look, this is the thing. I was trying to do that in the day, like in the morning or in the whatever. Hopefully I'm not, clearly I ain't gonna go to work. But I was trying to like go down to Summerfield and vote. I'm hoping to God that there is no fucking 5-hour line to vote. I would hope
Wait,
not.
wait a second. Wait a second. You let me know when you're in the area, okay? I
Okay.
will run out. My break is typically at 1 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, because
Rick already
I want to do
voted.
that.
I did a mail-in ballot too. I did
You
a
did?
mail-in ballot. Yeah, I
Oh
did.
wow.
I think all residents of New Jersey they sent out mail-in ballots because I didn't ask for one. They literally sent everybody a mail-in ballot.
I'm gonna call my mom because like she didn't say that I got
Yeah.
one. And the thing with me, I changed my address. And then
Mm.
a while back, they did mail me like, "Why did you change your address?" And then they asked me, "Did I still want the address?" I'm like, "Yeah, I still want my address. I just changed it because blah 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 blah." And I sent it back to them. So I'm fully assuming that when I get there, my name is going to be on the thing, and it still says, "I don't know either." But that's why I figured
Check to see if you're registered. I think you can check online to see if you're registered.
I guess I gotta do that.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Look at
Just
us doing this now. How do I do that? I don't even know
just
how to
like
how to check.
literally Google like check to see if I'm registered, and you can like type it in.
Okay, I'm gonna do that
But
right
I
now on my
think
phone.
yeah. So yeah,
Check, because I don't. I really don't. I just assume because every time.
yeah. I was gonna say I don't because of you changing your location. I think you were supposed to re-register for your current area.
I hope the fuck not. Like, let's.
I think you were supposed
I'm
to.
doing it right now. I'm so scared actually now a little bit. 05. Let's see. I mean, I assume because I told them like I'm not. I told them that I should be. So where, like, if you don't know where I am, like, how do you know where I am? Like, I don't understand.
No, because the only reason why I'm saying that is because like you changed it for other stuff. Because like when I changed mine for the DMV, like I can no longer go to Summerfield.
Really?
Yeah, no. When I changed it with the DMV, like for my, like it's funny, like all my bills and stuff, I still get sent to my parents' house because like in the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't know how long I'm going to live here for, which is funny because then like 3 years later, I'm like, oh, I maybe should have gotten all my mail sent here. Um,
And that's why I was like, and I hated the fact that I even changed it in the first place because my dad was being a little bitch. But I'm just like, literally, all I did was like, I just changed it as like temporarily or whatever. And now I'm like, well, why did I even do that? Because I literally have my same license as that address. I have all that stuff. So I'm just kind of like annoying. Go to your county election website,
yes. Yep.
county election.
Yeah. All right. So me, Rick, and Rodney already voted. Joy
Yeah.
is figuring out her registration right now as we speak. Live news. We are going to
Lord.
be doing it a live election day, which I don't think anything is actually going to be resolved on actual election day because
It
of all
won't.
of the mail-in ballots, as well as the fact that no matter what happens, somebody's going to contest the votes and ask for recounts.
And
So
you know, Agent Orange is that one. What you mean? You know
I
how
was
that's
going to
gonna
say
go.
also, Joy, you have to remember that I work in a nursing home, so I speak politics neutral.
Yeah.
I'm just like, in which case, when people were asking me questions about it, I was like, here's your ballot. Do you know who you would like to vote for? Okay, can you fill it out yourself? Awesome. I'm going to read you off verbatim these 3 questions because I'm not going to change the wording of it by any means. That way, somebody could say that I changed the wording. That way, I could have influenced your opinion about whether or not New Jersey gets weed.
Right? And that's literally what I want to vote for. I'm literally like, yes, can we? That would be great. Not to
Or
say I'm
what?
smoking it or doing anything with it, but I wanted, yes, people should do that. And we should get the people that are in prison for like, that's been in there for dealing it, especially with certain white people are getting like bank and profit off of marijuana. Like, get out of my face with that. Oh,
Or
stupid.
whether or not veterans during peacetime should be entitled to um, tax property tax breaks up to $250 or 100%. But these are just for veterans who were disabled, but they were during peacetime. I don't know, some weird thing, but I read it
What?
verbatim because like I didn't want to like influence anybody's like opinions about anything. And then
Hmm.
the last thing was whether or not dealing with the census, pushing back the changing of the districts to allow for more time. And I read it to them verbatim, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, those census people have been bothering us forever and a day. I'm like, if you don't want to be counted in the census, it's because you're ignoring them. Because, like, seriously, we got sent the thing 3 times, even though we filled it out the first time. We got freaking phone calls, and there was a census person walking around. Like
Oh, wow.
seriously,
They're literally
like,
like, come on, please be
yeah,
counted.
no, it's Rick says, I try to be neutral even if there is an idiot involved.
Hmm.
I was gonna say with my job, I have to be neutral. I have to just speak in broad things.
And your people are older, so I can't even imagine what would come out of their mouths. So I would rather you. It's best to be neutral
I was gonna say
for this.
I'm neutral. I I'm neutral. I listen to what they say. Like I listen to the reasons why people say what they say.
Mm.
So like I'm just like well if it works if we're if what blah 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 I literally I stay neutral because I first and foremost it's not worth it. Secondly, I think I could probably get in trouble maybe if I'm like da ba ba. You know what
It
I
is
mean?
against
Like
the law. You're not supposed to be influencing anybody.
no, I'm not talking about voting. I'm just mean like discussing politics. Like
Oh yeah,
discussing I'm
yeah.
yeah no I'm not talking about like oh I'm gonna let's circle this one in yeah no like it's like the for so when you physically have to help a person with the bubbles and if you physically are helping a person like I have to sign off on that
Hmm.
like to
Yeah,
say that I
to help
helped
them.
yeah absolutely
I've seen that and on the certain directions where it's like if you have someone doing filling this out for you, then this is by here per se, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, thank God I'm able bodied to do it
yeah
myself. But
no absolutely
it's
and
a lot.
that's no it and it's important to like withhold that and I don't know I think that's important for me to literally help people do something that is their god it's their right it's their right as a citizen and that's what I'm here for anyway is just to help people live a full well-rounded life.
And then exactly why we should have like election day should be a holiday.
Oh yeah.
I know why it's not, but it just sucks that it isn't, and people have to still work even though it's election for your government. Like it's just it's so America. Anyway,
America.
Antigua.
All right. So, unfortunately, we got to sign off now.
It's been a pleasure, man. It's been wonderful talking to all of you.
All right.
Thank you.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Oyasumi nasai.
And then we will see you on election day.
Please vote. Please
if you
vote.
can, please register.
Please vote. Yeah. And check for registration. I hope I'm registered. Because if not, I'm fucked.
I was going to say, just ask your mom if they sent it to you.
I'm going to call her tomorrow.
Oklahoma, we love you guys.
Oklahoma.